think people want me to be shocked. I think a lot of people was shocked. But I'm growing increasingly disappointed with this stain in American society that's been here since the first blacks were brought to America, and I think in Jamestown in 1619. So I'm disappointed. I'm not shocked. And I've said this before, Skip. I want to take this time now. Skip, we opened on September 6th, and we started talking about Colin Kaepernick, and you've allowed me to speak openly and honestly about the issue of race, not only in sports, but in America.
And you have spoken powerfully.
Thank you. I've said numerous times, the hardest job in America isn't being a professional athlete. It's not being a bullfighter or a matador or having some job that puts your life at risk. The hardest job in America is being black because it's the one thing you can't outrun. See, Skip, I was born dirt poor, but I rose through the ranks because God gave me a talent. I cultivated it, and I rose up through the ranks. But even as I became more famous and more financially secure, guess what I still was? Black. Skip, I didn't have education. No one in my family graduated from college until my brother did, and then I did. So I wasn't as educated, but I got an education. But guess what I still was? I'm wealthy. I'm well off. I'm financially secure. I'm educated, but I'm still black. And that's how they see. See, even LeBron James, guy is famous beyond famous, makes $77 million a year. He's going to send 1,100 kids from the Akron area to college on his dime. But we still got to remind him, LeBron, I need you to hold down that now. But they still have to remind him, yeah, you famous. Yeah, you make a lot of money. You do great in the community. But don't you forget now, you know, you see what I put on your gate. Skip, it's just what has happened, and we've seen an uptick in this race and these hate crimes since the beginning of the year. See, if you can convince someone that what you don't have is because of the guy next to you, he'll turn to resent you, even though that's not the case. But if you can convince him of that. See, when blacks say we just want civil, we just want be able to vote, we want health care, we want to be able to have, gainful employment. But they've convinced a segment of society that the things that the common black man deserves would be taken away from you. What did LBJ say? LBJ, London President Johnson says. He says, if you can convince the lowest white that he's better than the best black, you can pick his pockets clean. He said, hell, if you give him somebody to look down on, he'll empty his pockets for you. Skip, my grandfather died in 1977. I was 8 years old. I was 4 months from my 9th birthday. And I'm telling you this because everything my grandfather ever said, I can repeat verbatim. Skip, he said, and every time something like this happens in society, there's like, just pray it gets better. But let me tell you what he told me before he died. He said they pray for black folks, but they listen to and send money to white folk. That's how we do in America. It's sad. It's not getting better. And me not talking about it or we not discussing race, it's not going away. A person that has cancer can't go to his doctor. The doctor says, you know what? We're not going to talk about it and you'll be better in a couple of weeks. This is a disease. And you better start talking about it because we're seeing more and more. Now, we saw LeBron got the end. We saw the Smithsonian, the African American History Museum. They, for a second time in less than a week, they found 2 nooses. They found a noose on the campus of American University. Yep. Now, either that guy has a private jet to get from D.C. to L.A., or this is not isolated as we previously thought. At some point in time, we got to stop using the word isolated and realize that it's reigning racism in America, and it needs to be addressed.